Hello, everyone. Another story today in our fairy tale classics, and this is called The Princess and the Pea. So if you've never heard this story, or if you have, this will be another version because it's retold by Dandi. So let's dive right on in. There once lived a prince quite a long time ago who traveled the kingdom and looked high and low. I'm old enough now, and it's quite maddening. I must find a bride, said the prince to the king. My son, said the queen, now you know that it's true. There's none good enough in this land, not for you. You need a real princess, for you're such a prince. The prince knew his mother was hard to convince. Take that time when the princess of Mead came to call, said the queen to the prince. She's no princess at all. Of another fair princess of no small renown, said the queen. If she's royal, then I'll eat my crown. Now the trains came with lightning, that poor palace shook. So the king and the queen and the prince took a look. At the door, soaking wet from her head to her feet, was a princess who asked in a voice oh so sweet, Royal sirs, royal madam, I do not complain, but wondered if I might come in from this rain. Well, the prince, from the moment he saw the fair maid, knew that she was the one, though his heart was afraid. In the meantime, the princess, quite chilled from the storm, cleared her throat. Is there somewhere that I might get warm? Right this way, said the queen, and the princess was led to a room with 6 mattresses heaped on the bed. Do sleep well, said the queen, just as nice as you please. Then she lifted a mattress and stuck in some peas. I guess that ought to fix her, then muttered the queen, for if she can't fill that, well, the truth will be seen. If that princess can sleep like a little old log, then she's no more a princess than I am a frog. How she tossed and she turned, and though try as she might, the young princess, poor girl, got no sleep on that night. First she said to herself, there are rocks in this bed, and I feel so much pain from my feet to my head. There's no sleep to be had in a bed such as this. I would bet by my crown jewels that something's amiss. In the morning she yawned and she tried to look well. How she hoped that the king, queen, and prince could not tell, for the girl, too polite to complain of her bed, had been raised to be grateful and humble instead. You slept well, did you, princess? The tricky queen said. I do hope you were comfy. And how was your bed? Oh, I don't need much sleep, said the princess with care. Then she yawned once or twice and adjusted her hair. Well, that's it, said the queen as she showed her the door. But the prince could not take it, not 1 minute more. But I love her, he said. She's the princess for me. And so what if the princess could not fill the pea? And so that's what those lumps were, the princess said next. I neglected to mention, I thought you'd be vexed. So the prince and the princess were married that day, and they built a fine castle not too far away. And whenever the king and the queen came to call, why, the princess surprised her dear mother-in-law, for the mattress the queen built with peas still inside. The old queen slept on that with the king by her side. And the minute that queen laid her head on the bed, she was out like a light, sleeping soundly, they said. Interesting. The queen's able to sleep with the peas. And she said she knew that the princess wasn't real if she couldn't sleep on those peas. So, what do you think? Do you think the queen is really of royal blood? Quite interesting. But it worked out for the prince. And the princess told the truth the whole time. She was just trying to be gracious. If you like this story, press like at the end, and I'll see you next time. And all of you, go back. There are almost a couple of hundred stories that I have recorded, and there's one, find it, it's called The Dot. And leave me a comment if you like it. It's a really cool book. All right, so go back. Don't just look at the ones that I've recorded recently. There are ones from summertime of 2021 that I think you might like. See you next time.